Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Today, I want to talk about 3 mistakes we learned as a simp. Now, we all been a simp. Well, I can't say we all been a simp, but I think it's common for us to be a simp, because most of us been lied to about women and how to get women and dating women. We think you think we, be nice to them and it gets reciprocated. We probably maybe you watch Disney and maybe you didn't have a father or a big brother in your life, and maybe you did. Or they was also simps, or they didn't know as well, and we make those mistakes. We fall in our face, and all the bad boys take up all the chicks, and all the nice guys. We just sit there like, damn, I did everything. How did he keep on winning? So let's talk about it. So number one, I'm gonna say having one-itis. Having one-itis is basically, no, it's not necessarily being loyal to a chick or whatever. Having one-itis is being loyal to a particular female too early, that you haven't vetted or gotten to know. This chick may be showing you different red flags of not liking you, or being unavailable when you need her to be. Maybe you try to hang out with her and she ghosts you, or maybe she just doesn't have the obvious personality that is conducive to having a good relationship. She can be combative. She can show all the red flags of just being a not so good person. But what attracts you to this female? It can be her curves, and she look good. Maybe she look good in front of your friends, and you could take her out. She look good in front of the family, and you think this is just a perfect woman. So you stick through all the bull crap, and you stress yourself out, you exhaust yourself out, you deal with all the depression. Maybe you have people in your life influencing you to be in a relationship, just things like that. Now, you want to look around and know, you got to understand that it's more women in the world than men. It's more women in the world than men. So there are a lot of options. Sometimes we get caught up on one female and we forget the other girls around, the other girls that might like us a lot more, that might treat us better, and we don't exercise those options of getting to know women, and that's going to also come with you increasing your social skills as well. So another thing is that when women see that you're desperate around her, or see that you can't get other women, they'll lose attraction for you. Another thing about one night is that you're not chasing any other goals, and the goals don't even have to be women. The goals can be your career. Sometimes in life, it's just not a time to be chasing some chick around. That can be slowing you down. So that's the problem with one-itis, is that you can get tunnel vision and focus so much on one person that you lose all sight of everything else around you, and it could be other opportunities that you are not focusing on or paying no attention to. You just dealing with this one thing. But you got to understand that the world is large, and you got to make sure that you're putting your energy into the right journey or investment or something like that. Number two, I'm gonna say not understanding your masculine role when you're dealing with women. You got to understand that women need to be led. They need. Men are more logical than women. Women are more emotional. So you have to understand your role when you're dealing with women, and that way you can get along with women a lot better. Now, women may not like this, but you got to understand, a lot of times women don't know what they want. They may want to be in the leadership position. They may want to control the relationship, but they contradict themselves. They end up losing respect for the male. They end up talking to the male disrespectfully. They end up losing overall interest in the male. So you got to understand that you got to understand female nature. You got to understand that sometimes you have to save them from themselves. So you always want to look to be the leader in the relationship when you're dealing with women. You want to always be the man. You want to always have a plan of what you're going to be doing when you're dealing with women. So when you're getting into a relationship with women, that's why you got to have your resources together. That's why you got to have possibly your own place. You got to have your own car and things like that. So you don't come off as dependent, and you don't end up being like a hobosexual or something like that. and you keep yourself from being emasculated, you keep yourself from being emasculated or just disrespected because you don't have the things that you need to keep yourself in a role where you're going to be respected. You got to be man. You got to be a man. Maybe you need to be a little bit more authoritative with women. Maybe you need to actually say what you feel. You just got to always have a plan when you're dealing with women, and don't expect them to take control of things like that, because you don't want women to take control. I know I'm not speaking for all women, but a lot of times women don't have a plan. A lot of women that I notice in my life, when you let them take the leadership position, when things get rough, they're gonna start pointing the finger and blaming everybody else. They throw things together, they wing things, they do things at the last minute, and it just messes up the whole overall plan. So as a man, you always want to have everything planned out when you're dealing with women, and that way you don't fall into a simp position. You stay into a power position, and it's not a abusive thing or keeping your foot on her neck or nothing. It's just a way to keep you in a position where you're not getting the short end of the stick when you're dealing with women. So that may mean, walking away or not dealing with the chick, and that way you don't have to deal with no bull crap and no strings attached. And I hope I'm not all over the place. Number 3, I'm gonna say, walking away, what I just said. Now, women, sometimes they come with baggage. Sometimes, these modern women, they have attitudes. They're not built for relationships. Sometimes they don't understand males' emotions. They don't understand how to deal with men. So sometimes they could come at you the wrong way. They can disrespect you. They can bring a lot of baggage and bull crap into the interaction, and you have to put your foot down. And if she's constantly being disrespectful, you have to learn to walk away. I don't care how big her butt is. I don't care how good the sex is, if you had sex, or how good the kissing is, So when women are showing red flags, don't have rose-colored glasses about how you see this girl. You have to see her for who she is. So you might have to have you have to have clarity before posting a clarity. A lot of times we do have post clarity before posting a clarity. It's just that sometimes the little head overpowers the big head, and we throw all logic out the window, and then we find ourselves in a situation with a chick that we shouldn't have been dealing with. So you got to have the power to walk away, because it puts the power back in your hands, and she learns to respect you more. And when you can walk away, women learn that they can't just treat you any type of way, because you'll walk away. It shows that you have dominance, and it shows that you have other options. So those are my 3 simp mistakes for all of us males. Hit me up in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the video. Like it, hit the subscribe button, help me grow. Peace.